When creating an effective ad, everything begins with understanding that ads aren't just about selling a product, they're about connecting with people. As a new copywriter, one of your most essential tasks is learning how to create that connection quickly and powerfully. The structure of an ad, your opening lines, body copy, and call to action, plays a crucial role in this. But what makes each of these elements truly work? And more importantly, how can you, as someone starting from scratch, create ads that not only capture attention but compel action? Let's break it down step by step with practical strategies you can apply immediately. In this video, viewers will learn the essential components of crafting compelling ads that resonate with their target audience. We will delve into the psychology behind effective advertising, exploring how emotions and storytelling can enhance your message. Additionally, we will discuss practical tips for structuring your ads, including how to write attention-grabbing headlines and create persuasive calls to action. The opening lines of any ad are your make or break moment. Think about the last time you scrolled through social media or skipped an ad on YouTube. If the first few seconds didn't grab you, you probably didn't stick around. As a new copywriter, your challenge is to create an opening that hooks the reader or viewer instantly. But how do you do that? Start by crafting an emotional connection right away. Ask yourself, what does my audience care about? If you're selling a product, your audience doesn't necessarily care about its features. They care about how it will solve their problems or improve their lives. Use this knowledge to craft your opening. For example, let's say you're writing an ad for a fitness product. Instead of opening with, "This product helps you lose weight," start with a question that taps into the emotional side of fitness. Tired of feeling like your workout efforts never pay off? That taps directly into your audience's frustrations. Here's a step-by-step method for crafting a strong opening. Identify the audience's pain point or desire. What keeps them awake at night? What do they aspire to? Write these down before you even start your ad. Start with a bold question, statement, or fact. Choose an opening line that immediately piques curiosity or addresses the pain point head-on. For example, a bold question like, "What if you could see results in just 1 week?" creates instant curiosity. A surprising fact like 90% of diets fail in the first month gives your audience something to think about. Use sensory language to create impact. If you can paint a vivid picture in their mind, you'll draw them in. For example, imagine stepping onto the scale and seeing the results of your hard work pay off. Now, they're picturing their own success. Experiment with different approaches and test what works for your audience. You can try opening with humor, shock, or even contradiction, something that makes them pause and want to hear more. Once you've hooked the audience with your opening, it's time to keep their attention by diving into the body copy. This is where many beginner copywriters falter, writing body copy that's too flat, vague, or sales-heavy. So, how do you structure the body in a way that builds interest and creates desire? First, you want to avoid diving straight into the features of what you're selling. The body copy should focus on creating a story about the problem and solution. Storytelling is one of the most powerful tools in a copywriter's arsenal because it taps into the emotional and psychological desires of the audience. When you tell a story, you're engaging the audience in a way that facts and figures simply can't. Here's how you can apply this practically. Media, person applying tips on a laptop, someone reviewing a marketing book. Begin with a relatable problem. Identify a common situation your audience might face after opening. For example, you've tried every diet in the book, low carb, low fat, keto, but no matter what you do, the scale barely budges. This paints a picture of frustration and taps into the universal experience of trying and failing at fitness goals. Introduce the product as the solution. Now that you've identified the problem, you can naturally transition to explaining how the product or service solves it. But instead of listing features, focus on benefits. For instance, with this revolutionary fitness plan, you can finally break through plateaus and see real progress in just 7 days. Use vivid, emotional language. Don't just say the product works. Paint a picture of what life will look like after they use it. Instead of saying you'll lose weight, say, imagine looking in the mirror and feeling proud of the progress you've made. Incorporate storytelling techniques. One strategy is to tell the story of a real or hypothetical customer. Meet Sarah. Like many, she struggled with weight loss for years, trying every plan under the sun. But when she discovered our program, everything changed. In just a month, she shed 10 pounds and finally felt confident in her skin again. Stories like this resonate because audiences can picture themselves in the success. Break the traditional structure. As a new copywriter, experiment. One method that's against the grain is telling the story in reverse. Start by showing the solution or the success and then work backward to show how the product helped achieve that result. This can spark curiosity and keep people engaged as they try to piece together the journey. Finally, we come to the call to action, the part of the ad where you direct your audience to take the next step. As simple as it seems, this is where many ads fall short. A weak call to action leaves your audience interested but uncertain about what to do next, while a strong call to action drives immediate action. So, what's the secret to crafting a clear and compelling call to action? The key is to keep it simple, direct, and urgent. Your audience should never have to guess what you want them to do. But beyond clarity, you can use novel approaches to increase conversions. Here's a step-by-step breakdown. Use action-oriented language. Strong verbs like get, join, start, and claim make the call to action clear and actionable. For example, "Start your transformation today" is far more compelling than a passive phrase like "learn more." Add a sense of urgency. People are more likely to act if they feel like they will miss out. Use time-sensitive language like limited time offer or a countdown to increase urgency. Claim your spot before it's too late can create a sense of FOMO or fear of missing out. Offer something valuable. Instead of a generic sign-up, sweeten the deal by offering an incentive. For instance, get 20% off your first order when you sign up today gives your audience a reason to act now. Flip the script on traditional calls to action. Try framing your call to action in a more conversational or personalized way. Instead of the classic "buy now," you could use something like "ready to finally see results? Let's get started." This feels more like an invitation and less like a command, which can create a more personal connection with the audience. Challenge your audience. A less common but highly effective tactic is to frame the call to action as a challenge. For example, "Are you ready to transform your body in just 30 days? Join the challenge now." This piques curiosity and turns the action into a personal commitment, which can be more motivating for the reader. Remove barriers to action. Make it easy for your audience to follow through. Keep your call to action buttons clear, visible, and easy to click. If there's a form, keep it short. Ask only for essential information. As a new copywriter, you might feel pressure to stick to traditional methods, but the truth is that standing out often means going against the grain. Don't be afraid to experiment with unexpected angles. Try these novel approaches. Micro stories in the call to action. Instead of a generic closing line, use a short, vivid story to drive home your point. For example, picture this. Next month, you're standing in front of the mirror, seeing the results of your hard work. Click here to start that journey today. Surprise ending. Catch your audience off guard by twisting the traditional ad narrative. For instance, instead of ending with a standard call to action, you could build suspense by asking a thought-provoking question or offering a final surprising fact. This keeps them engaged and more likely to act. Interactive elements. If you're working on digital ads, consider using interactive calls to action like polls, quizzes, or challenges. These engage the audience and give you valuable insights into their preferences and behaviors. With these actionable steps, you now have a clear roadmap for creating ads that don't just follow a formula, but stand out with impact. Your opening lines should hook, your body copy should tell a relatable story, and your call to action should be clear and compelling. As you progress in your advertising efforts, remember these key takeaways. Strong openings are essential for capturing attention, engaging body copy builds interest and desire, and effective calls to action drive action. By implementing these strategies, you can create advertisements that attract viewers and convert them into loyal customers. Remember to like this video if you found it helpful and share it with friends or colleagues who might benefit from these strategies. Your engagement helps us reach a wider audience and continue providing valuable content. Thank you for joining us today, and we look forward to seeing you in our next video.